You said the album has already been out for about a year, if I'm correct, in the States.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, you revisit maybe the release chapter in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did it come that it had such a time gap between the States and here?
I don't think we ever expected. I never, like, I'm a little kid that grew up in Virginia, like spending a lot of time like on a farm picking potato bugs off of potatoes. Like, I never really expected that I would be sitting here in Amsterdam playing a concert tonight, you know? Like, when we first released the album, like, I didn't even think that it would be that big of a deal in the United States, much less have the success that it did over here. So, like, as it kind of trickled out over here and people really reacted strongly to it, we found that, like, I don't know, like, why not give it a shot over here? Why not come over here and play, you know, and do it and try and do it right?
What were the first signals that you got that came across from Europe to the States?
We wanted to play in. I really wanted to just go visit London because I'd never been there, and so I started on Twitter just tweeting like, "Hey, what would happen if, like, if I came and played a show in London? Would anybody come?" And there's just this overwhelming response. So I talked to Wes and the people at the label and said, "Hey, we want to, you know, we really want to go play in London. What do you think?" And like kind of convinced them through the Twitter stuff. So we announced the first show. It was a small venue. I think it held like 150 people, and 200 people. It held 200, but the manager's sitting behind you. 200 people, and we announced the show, and in 3 hours it was sold out, and we were like, huh, okay, I guess they want us to come play in London. So we instantly booked another bigger show there, and then that one sold out. And to this day, we've actually never, ever played a show in London that hasn't been sold out.
Just
really
London,
cool.
or is it already spreading the virus a
It's
little bit?
spreading. It's definitely spreading. You know, I think the rest of the UK is slower to react to things. You know, but I'm excited because the people that we've had the luck to play to outside of London are just so sweet. And
the festival in Germany,
yeah.
the fans were amazing.
Yeah,
like really excited.
Everyone, I just feel like
people definitely get more excited over here in New York, and
yeah, they play it cool.
Is that open mic night guy again?
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, how's that been going? Because you have, of the material that is mostly on the album is probably written about past years.
Yeah.
How's that now for you? Are you just primarily focusing on getting the record promoted, or are you already also working on some new things in between?
I think that we're really, really fortunate to have the fans that we do have over here. I think we're really, really lucky to get to play them. And I think that if I stopped writing, it would be disrespectful to the opportunities that I've gotten. So we always are still writing. We're always trying to make new music and make new stuff. But right now, you know, just to honor the album that we have, to honor that correctly, I think we have to really give it a shot to try and let as many people discover it as we can before we move on to new things. Just because, like, that album's kind of like my first child, you know, like so we want to spread it as far as we can.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to finish the interview talk maybe about Light Outside. I think it's the video that was released here, and yeah, I mean, can maybe you describe what he meant with the song, what it's about?
Light Outside? Ooh.
I could take a shot.
Take a shot.
I think it's going out really late and sleeping in too late the next day and not being able to get out of bed.
Not being able to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sums the whole song up, I think, right? No. You know, we've never even actually discussed it.
Yeah.
Is the video that was released the one with the feathers?
Yeah.
That's a nice video.
I love that video.
I mean, no, we've never really discussed with it. I mean, you probably should ask him that.
Yeah.
What the video is about, the song's about?
Yeah, the song. What was the sparking moment for this song?
For Light Outside, gosh, I don't really know if I could say. I think I remember the moment that I first started writing it. I remember where I was and what was going on. I think that I was just maybe somewhat depressed and trying to find. I think sometimes one of my friends told me that he would write songs to himself sometimes. So I think maybe it was kind of like a pep song for myself at the time.
Because what time was it written, and where were you at the moment?
Well, I started writing it in Brooklyn, you know, but when the thing was, like, I kind of put it together as a song, and I felt like it didn't work, and so I kind of was like, I kind of just abandoned it for a while. And then when we were finishing the new album, we decided that they wanted some extras, some things, because like every store that you put it at wants to have their own special song put on it and everything, like. So you end up kind of like taking the album that you made and expanding it. so we wanted to get one more song, and they said, okay, tomorrow you're in the studio, and you have to record something. And I was like, they were like, tomorrow you're in the studio, you have to record something. And I was like, okay, I don't have anything to record. So I kind of looked at all my catalog and everything that I've written. I was like, what am I going to do? And I found this one song, and I was like, man, it's like, all right, I'm going to give that one a real shot. So we did it, and we were thinking it was going to be an extra. By the time
I remember you asking me if I thought it was cheesy.
Yeah.
And I like almost cried when I heard it.
Yeah.
It's like definitely not cheesy.
And then by the time we got to the mastering process, the people that were mastering it came to us and they were like, hey, you know, this is like going to be the single, right? You can't make this one of the extras on the album. So we ended up kind of using it, you know, as one of the first singles. And it's been, you know, I love the reaction to it too, because it's so great to feel like, I think music is something that people should have kind of a cathartic, or maybe even, without sounding pretentious, kind of like a healing experience.